So, meanwhile, I'll wait for Santosh to join me in, and also, if you have anything you want to talk about, do ask here. So, me and Santosh, Mr. Nepal, will be able to answer the questions. Hi, Santosh.
Hello, George. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. We started a bit earlier.
Yeah, like about 10 minutes early, around 10 minutes
Yeah,
early. I'm
that's fine.
fine.
That's
That we
fine.
started a little bit early.
Well,
So,
finally,
yes, we are finally doing live. So how are you? How are you doing during the lockdown? Are you still working or are you at home? Like, just tell me how it's
yeah,
happening.
it is partially locked down for me because I have to go to work every alternate day. So tomorrow is my duty day, and yesterday it was again duty day. So today is my free day, and I'm here
Uh-huh.
with you for the live session.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more of free time than before because I had to go every day, but now I
Right.
can go on alternate days. So it's somehow easier, but still, this is COVID-19, and we have to take the risk.
Yeah. Especially being a doctor, I guess it's really tough, right? Like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
time span. I have so many questions, but before I ask you and bombard you with so many questions, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much, Santosh, for agreeing to do the live chat with me in such a short period of time. So thank you so much for agreeing to do that.
Thank you so much to you as well because you are doing really a great job. And I've been following this page, and you have been supporting us and a lot of other people who are into the pageant journey. And I really like the posts that you share from your page. They are well researched materials. We get to know a lot
Okay.
of things about the Miss World, Miss Universe. And I would like to request you to put something more about Mr. World as well, more helpful for
Yeah.
people like us.
Yes, it's coming. It's on the way. It's definitely.
That's good to hear.
Yes, and thank you so much once again. By the way, if people do not know, currently I'm doing a live chat with Mr. Nepal World 2019, Dr. Santosh Upadhyay. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Upadhyay?
Yeah, that's good. That's correct.
Upadhyay. He's really handsome. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. For now, I'm just going to go down to the questions you guys asked on the story. So, all right, let's ask with this one, Santosh. So how was you competed at the Mr. Nepal World 2019. So how was the experience at the Mr. Nepal pageant?
Okay. Um, to be honest, like I was not more into the pageant world. This
Okay,
was the first time I thought of getting into Mr. Nepal, and fortunately, I won this title. And
right.
so it's completely like a different journey for me. Uh,
Okay.
I started something new, and I get succeeded to some step. So it's a different experience. It's a new experience, and I'm liking it quite a lot. And I think I have a lot of responsibilities to carry out
Yes.
and to bring this male pageantry thing to a new limelight from my side. So I'm trying on that. So altogether, I think it's a journey of life, and it's my good time going on right now.
That's good. I want to take a little bit before the Mr. Nepal pageant. So how was your life before you won the title of Mr. Nepal? How are you?
Well, I'm always a focused person, and I'm very hardworking person. That's how I would like to
Yeah.
describe myself. And
Yes.
whatever work I get into and whatever I think, I give all of my effort on that, and I try
Mm-hmm.
to make it as perfect as possible. And I try to set examples on those things. So that's my nature, and I don't get succeeded all of time. There are a lot of times that I don't get success, but uh, other than this thing, being a medical doctor, I was working in Assam district. It's one of the rural part of Nepal.
Right.
It's in the far west part of Nepal. It takes 2 days to go from Kathmandu to that place. So you can
Wow.
imagine, and that's by flight and bus. So you have to alternate it. So it's quite
Right.
a far place. I stayed there for somewhere around 14 months and
Uh-huh.
a few days. It was completely a different world for me. So I was enjoying my work, looking after the people, taking care of them, trying to treat them with the available resources,
Right.
and also doing some sort of social works. I'm involved in social work since 1 decade now, and
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it has been a decade now. And officially, I have started organization in 2014. Before that, I
Okay.
used to volunteer and I used to get involved in other organizations. After that, we started our own organization called Beam of Hope, and we conducted a
Uh-huh.
lot of programs. I would not like to talk about them, but the recent one were like establishing library in Katma in Assam district, and supporting the local players out there. Like I'm interested in football and sports, so I used to train
Right.
some of the kids in the village. So
Uh-huh.
it was very different part of my life, and I'm exploring myself. That's it.
That's really good. By the way, I did check your Instagram. If you don't mind sharing, I must see you're very experimental with your hairstyles. I remember like before Mr. Nepal, you had like a dreadlocks, right? Like your hair
Yeah,
was
yeah.
different.
Exactly. Actually, I was thinking of having a dreadlock somewhere 8 years back. I used to
Okay.
have long hairs. Then I
All right.
joined medical school, and I could not do those things because in the medical school I need to look more gentleman, you know.
Right.
And after that, I realized that okay, I might not get time to do this dreadlock things later. So I decided to do it in the vacation time of it's a festival, Dasai, you know.
Yeah,
It
that's yeah.
was the time of the day, and I was having vacation, and I thought of adding up those little crazy things in my head, and I was just experimenting.
That's good. You look really good. Even though like a lot of people cannot pull off dreadlock, you looked good with the dreadlock hairstyle you had.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's move on a little bit more about the project. You said you were working on Acham district, right, in the
Yeah,
western
yeah,
Nepal.
yeah.
So the next question is related to the project. If you don't mind talking a little bit more, have you been working in any project for the Mr. World pageant since you're competing at the Mr. World?
Yeah. Actually, I'm still thinking about it, but most probably I will be working on the library project that I've started
Right.
because when we listen to this project, it's only library project. Maybe it should be something related to education, but the core concept of the project is not just the education part, but along with education, we are adding of the environmental cause in that, like go
Uh-huh.
green. What I am planning in that project and what we have started so far is whoever are the students from those schools, they have to
Yeah,
plant one tree at least, and
that's a good. Yes.
they have to plant five in total in a year round, and that
Right.
will be the practical mark for them for the health, population, and environment subject. So
Uh-huh.
what I believe is in the world, the need of the world right now is to save the planet Earth, and
Yes.
luckily today is the World Earth Day. So
Yeah, I was
I'd
going to
like
say
to,
that. Yeah.
yeah, happy
Yeah.
World Earth Day to everyone who is watching.
Yes.
And so the main cause right now, we have to work, like whole of the world need to work is to save this Mother Earth. Right now there is an outbreak of COVID-19. It's just a
Right.
virus, it's a part of nature, and we
Yeah.
are having difficulties dealing with that. We can imagine a condition when there will be global warming and more of the icebergs from the poles will be um, melting,
Melted.
and more of the deforestation. We
Uh-huh.
don't even imagine what is coming for us in coming years.
That's true.
So there could be like more dreadful viruses, or there could be
Mhm.
like more dangerous bacteria which can just eradicate the human race. So we don't know
Yeah.
that. And we need to get prepared for this. And one of the way to do that is reduce the emission of the carbon dioxide and
Yeah.
reduce the emission of the methane or any other greenhouse gases. So such chlorofluorocarbons that we call. And one of the way is by planting the trees, and
Right.
another is by reducing the deforestation. And both is related to paper and books, you know. So my
Yeah.
concept of library is not just reusing the books and reducing the emission of the methane gas, but also
Uh-huh.
planting trees. And I want to make this a global program. Like we have students everywhere in the world, and
Uh-huh.
it's not a difficult job to plant a tree. Like you can imagine, uh, whole of the population, 7 billion people are there, and out of them maybe working population will be somewhere around 3 billion. If they plant
Yeah.
one tree in a year, like we can plant 3 billion. So together we can. That's what I think. So I will be
Yeah.
focusing on something with the library project and the environment. If
Right.
in case Mr. World is held next year, we're not sure
Right.
about it.
Also, you don't know when the date is for the next Mr. World, the finale
Yeah,
date.
it was supposed to be in February of 2021, but I'm
Right.
not sure if it is going to happen that way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm quite curious because Mr. World does not happen like every single year. They sometimes happens
Yeah,
like once 2 years. So I guess you have like more time to prepare, for the upcoming Mr. World, which is good, I guess.
yeah, it's good somehow, and it's also like it's a long time, and we're not sure about it. So somehow we lost the motivation to participate.
Now I'm sure you can do it because you're already a doctor, right? You already graduated, so you're a working doctor. You're already doing an amazing job, and now you have a Mr. World title waiting for you. So hopefully, with all the blessings from Buddha and from all the Hindu gods, hopefully you will be the very first Nepali man to win the Mr. World title. Fingers crossed.
Thank you so much. I hope I will be doing good if there is a competition, and I'll try to do my best.
Yes, you
We
will.
don't know the results, but if I ever participate there, my mentality would be to bring back the crown to Nepal.
So we were talking about this a little bit. So the question is, what factors pushes you to work hard every single day?
Okay. So the first thing is I don't work hard every day.
Okay.
So this is the reality.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get lost, but
Yes.
most of the time I'm very hardworking.
Yes.
And one of the things that motivates me is my aim. I guess it's my goal that keeps me motivated.
Right.
I always think like I can do much more, not just for myself, but for the entire society and entire world. And I believe that by the time I get old, there should be some differences in the society that I created or I
Right.
bring in.
Uh-huh.
So that is one of the things that motivates me. And apart from that, I think it's just my family environment since childhood, or maybe because of my enthusiastic nature and getting involved in a lot of things. And the problem is, whenever I get free times for quite a couple of hours, I
Uh-huh.
start feeling so much depressed. You can say, like, I feel anxiety if I don't have any work.
Uh-huh.
If I don't have any plan for tomorrow, I cannot be like very happy with that. I
Right.
usually feel restless if I don't have any work the next day. So
Uh-huh.
I need a plan of work. I need to get engaged in something, and I want every time to be productive. And most of the time, it is not going to happen like that. So it doesn't happen like that. So I feel sad, and again I say, okay, this is a part of life. There is up and down, and I need to get going. So I think this is how I get and stay motivated.
That's really good. So you are a workaholic. Can I say that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you,
you can say that.
right? I want to take you back before the Mr. Nepal to your childhood. So how are you as a child, especially during school days? How was the little Santosh in the school?
Okay, I was a very talkative guy and very
Okay.
active, getting
Uh,
involved in a lot of sports, a lot
right.
of extracurricular activities.
Uh-huh.
When I was in school, I remember I used to get a lot of medals during the annual function. I used to play football. I used to sometimes we used to win and sometimes not, but still I used to play football, volleyball, cricket, and badminton, table
Wow.
tennis. I used to do the painting. I used to win the painting every time, actually. And then running, javelin throw, shot put, and 100
What you do?
meter. Yeah, so there used to be a lot of things. And apart from that, I used to be a school topper at that
Okay.
time. I was a class topper as well. So I was good at studies. Everybody used to love me in this school. And that's why I was more a free type of child, like doing everything and nobody scolds you because you are a topper and you do good things. So I was a naughty kid as well. I used to
No,
have a lot of fights with friends. Yeah.
everything's fun. Good at sports, good at education, and you win like a lot of medals. So I don't think that's a bad student. I think you're doing pretty good as a child.
Yeah, yeah. My childhood was good, I would say. It was in back in village I studied. Uh,
By the
the
way,
environment was really good. Yeah.
In Kathmandu, right? Your high school.
No, no, no. Not in Kathmandu. I actually studied in Kailali. It is called Khadga Memorial English Boarding School. It's
Right.
Tikapur. I've made one vlog of that place as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check it in my YouTube
Check it.
channel.
I think I know where that place is, so I'll have to check it out first. Sounds interesting, though. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're very much talkative, which is not bad, by the way. It has helped you. Like you're very well spoken, I must say. And a lot of the time, like beauty kings or like male pageant contestant, they are more into like looks and they look after themselves, but not so much into like speaking skills. But you seem to have both, which is really good for
Thanks so
Mister
much. Thanks so much.
Well.
That's quite a compliment.
Yeah, that's a good compliment, trust me. Especially in terms of speaking, I must say you have one of the strongest speaking skills among the Mr. Nepals, I know. So you're doing pretty good, Santosh. Let's move on to the some questions again. So the next question is
Thank you
this
so
one.
much.
Yeah, let's go with this one.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Thank you so much. I support from all of you.
Okay, this question is again, it's about preparation. So this is a question by Susan. So how is his preparation going on in spite of the lockdown?
Okay. I think there's some problem with the connection.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello? Hold on.
Well, to be honest about the preparation, I'm actually, yeah, I can, but it is interrupted. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
clear, but still I
All
can
right.
hear you.
Yeah,
Hello,
can you hear me now? Hello? Santosh, can you
hello.
hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yeah, I
Hello,
can hear you.
everyone. Yeah. I can. Yeah.
So how is the preparation going despite
Hello.
the?
Yeah, I'm hearing, but yeah, I can hear you, but the connection is a bit slow, so maybe we can continue.
Yeah, just continue.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, the preparation is not going as it was expected,
Okay.
because yeah, because I had a lot of plans,
Uh-huh.
and those were especially outdoors. Outdoor plans. I was planning to get in better shape and getting better strength,
Right.
because that is one of the criteria in the Mr. World. And
Mr.
apart
Wall, yeah.
from that, there were some plannings for the project work and
Uh-huh.
social works, which we were supposed to do on this time exactly,
Right.
but we are unable to do that as well. So, being at home, one of the things that I was focusing on for the Mr. World was my English.
Uh-huh.
I actually wanted to have a better English with better vocabulary and better accent. So right now I'm going through some of the novels, reading them out loud,
Uh-huh.
and also looking some good videos in the YouTube so that I could better my English. And also I'm learning some of the dancing skills from internet, from YouTube.
Oh, so you're gonna see some
Hello.
dance the world? You dancing like, but is it for talent
Can you
round
hear
or?
me, George? Or maybe we should
Yeah,
disconnect and connect it again.
I don't.
I think that
Let me
would be
just
better.
hold on. Okay, I'm back. Santosh was saying the live was not that good, especially the technical issues. So I just went out and I'm back. So hopefully it will work out this time. When he joins in, then I'll just add him to the chat. So I'm waiting for Santosh to join the live once again. There was some technical error during the end of the live, so that's why I went out and I'm back. I'm waiting for him to join in, then we can continue with the chat. It was really good so far. I just hope the rain stops because it's like raining even worse than before. Hi,
Hello.
Santosh. Is it
Hello. Yeah,
better?
I'm back. Yeah, it's better now. Actually, I could
Perfect.
not listen to you, so I left the
Oh no,
chat.
that's fine. As long as you can hear me now, we can continue with the interview.
Yeah, sure. So we were at the question like how I am preparing right now.
Yes, despite the
Yeah,
lockdown.
I think, yeah, in spite of the lockdown, actually there were a lot of plans out there,
Mm-hmm.
which I have to postpone now. Like going
Right.
to gym, I was actually trying to make strength workout videos and also make a summer body.
Right.
I was trying to gain some muscles and lose some fat, some more fat, but that is not going well. Uh, from home, I'm still doing these small workout things, but it's not working like in gym.
Yeah.
The strength that I needed is not going to happen here at home, but I'm still continuing it. I don't want to lose the shape that I have gained.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I am also trying to learn dance from the YouTube tutorial. I just have seen 3 videos. Actually, it's so difficult. It seems so easy, but it's not that easy. But I believe in practice. We can learn anything, and I think uh, good dance moves is also part in Mr. World. Like you need to have good dancing skills because
Uh,
there is a round where you have to show the dance. So I just want to have my body flexible, and rest is the part of choreographer how they are going to teach me. So I just want to be at the level to grab early from them, whatever they're trying to teach me. And apart from that, my English, I think, is not that good.
No,
It
no.
is okay. Yeah.
I think you can even have better. Like for now, your English is really good. Trust me. For Nepali, your English is actually quite good, but you could definitely
Yeah.
improve a little more, little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not, but yeah.
Actually, why I'm focusing on English is like, I don't want it to be the reason for
Mm-hmm.
like, uh, if I somehow become unable to express what I'm trying to say at those times,
Definitely.
because it's not about being judged by anyone or what others would say, but it is about either I can express myself better or not in English. If it is
Yeah.
in
Okay.
Nepali, it is quite easy for me. But if it
Uh-huh.
is in English, like I just want to be so fluent in it and
Uh,
so expressive in English. For that, yeah, the thing is like I have to speak English more frequently. And in Nepal, at our workplace or even in our schools, we never
mhm.
speak English because it's so comfortable to communicate in Nepali. And that's why I'm reading some novels these days.
Uh-huh.
And apart from that, I'm going through some of the movies, English movies, and trying to reciprocate the dialects that they are doing.
Right.
So that's how I'm practicing. I actually need to improve my pronunciation.
Uh-huh.
I find
That's
the problem. Yeah.
English, yes.
So that's the problem of, I think, a lot of people from our region, from Asia.
Right.
So I am focusing on that. I, uh, I what I want to be is better by the time I am
When you go to,
representing Nepal. Yeah.
yeah. I really am like excited to see what kind of dance you're going to do for the Mr. World pageant. Are you a good dancer, by the way, Santosh? Like, I'm really good
No,
at dance.
I need to be honest. I'm not a good dancer, but whenever I have tried,
Uh-huh.
my mentor said that they always used to support me the way that, okay, you are a quick learner, you can
Right.
improve. So whatever they teach me, even during the Mr. Nepal pageant time, there were the steps that our choreographer was teaching us,
Uh-huh.
and I was okay with that. I learned it so quickly that's what I would say, because
Right.
the people, they don't know like how I used to dance. I never danced. I'm a kind
Oh,
of person who, when go to the clubs, I, instead of dancing, I just sit in the corner and grab some drink and then like just look at people dancing. So
come
I'm that
on.
kind of
Um,
person who don't even dance in the clubs. So I
right.
need to learn some moves. That
Yeah.
is not going to work that way. So that's why I'm learning some steps these days. But
Steps.
I think
Yes.
it is okay. I can be better in these skills.
Yes. By the way, especially because I have lived in the UK, so I do know like the different type of accents, like the American accent and the British accent. And since you are going for the Mr. World pageant, which happens usually in London, or it's a
Yeah.
British pageant, so I would recommend you to watch more British dramas, TV shows, maybe that will help you to improve your vocabulary as well as the way you speak, because American English is completely different. And especially for Mr.
Yeah.
World, since it's a British pageant, it makes more sense, that I think you should watch more British
Exactly.
movies and dramas. Um, like, have you watched Downton Abbey, the TV series?
No, no, no.
You should
Like
start with.
I haven't watched many of the series. Maybe you can just write it down for me in the text, and I really appreciate this thing. I was unaware about this fact. Like, yeah, since Miss World and Mr. World Foundation organization is in
Yeah.
UK, so British English would be better. Yeah, I'll
Yes.
work on that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Especially because like I live there, so it makes more sense, right? Because Miss Universe is like New York based, New York. So like that's more like American accent. And yeah, I thought to myself. And I must say, you come from is it far west Nepal, right?
Yeah,
Acham?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and for
actually,
some of
my
yeah,
hometown is Assam. That is
Acham,
where my parents were from, and then we
right.
shifted to a place in Far West itself. It is Kailali. It is few
Okay.
kilometers. Yeah, it's a one night drive. You can say a 1 day drive from Kailali to Assam. The mountains roads.
Right,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it's not that far. So I studied. I grew up in Kailali. It is a plain
Kaila,
land, not in mountain. Yeah,
right.
I grew up in Kailali, and I did my schooling up to high school there, up to
Uh-huh.
class 10 actually. Uh,
Right.
and after that, I came to Kathmandu and I studied my high school here. And after that,
Uh-huh.
I joined medicine again in Kathmandu, in Institute
Hmm.
of Medicine. And then I went to Assam to work because
Right.
that's the
That's good.
place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's my native place.
Right.
So I just wanted to explore my place. I've never been, yeah, I've never spent more time in Assam, so that's why I went back, and it was
That
quite a
makes.
good experience.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So my next question was, why did you pick to become a doctor? Was that your childhood dream, or what was the reason behind becoming a?
Okay, so one I don't know, but like maybe it might be the environment in the family, or I was always interested in science and maths. Like those were my favorite subjects when I was in school.
Okay.
And I was more interested into astrological science and astronomy and geology, like to go into the space. Whenever we
Acting.
used to play games and was the series about them and people driving the spaceship and everything. I was so much impressed by that, but I didn't know like how to get into those subjects. And I now realize that there are no such subjects in Nepal. Either you have to
Oh,
fly abroad.
right.
So,
Abroad to study.
so and when I was in grade 10 by the time, then I was more into science and I somehow decided I need to get into medicine. And there
Hmm.
was some situation, I lost some of the close family members because of some diseases. So I thought of, okay, I can be a doctor and do, uh, I might be able to save people. So that's how I got the motivation. And after that, I joined biology in
Right.
high school,
Uh-huh.
and this is how the motivation started from my grade ninth, I guess. Otherwise I was already into the track of science since my
Right.
childhood, early childhood. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, you said you were like a topper of the, during school,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. When you're, like really good at education, then becoming a doctor kind of is, it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
not like
And
you ran.
yeah, I actually
Yeah.
I was so much dedicated to get into scholarship. I
Uh-huh.
studied medicine in scholarship, and it's really difficult to get in. And I
Okay.
think I am fortunate that I got to study in Institute of Medicine, which is considered as one of the best institute for medicine in Nepal and also in entire South Asia, I guess.
Right.
So um, yeah, I would say I was not that very hardworking, studious person, but I really enjoyed studying science.
So the next question is about what you studied. So can we talk a little bit about what you're doing during lockdown, as well as because you are a science student, we would love to know and get knowledge regarding COVID-19 and how, what we could
Uh,
do to stay safe. Yes.
so my lockdown has like two types. There are two
Okay.
types of days in my lockdown.
Uh-huh.
One is work day. On that day, I had to wake up early. So
Right.
that is the biggest challenge right now. My sleep habit has been changed. I
Hmm.
sleep somewhere between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So that has been a habit now. And I
Okay.
wake up somewhere from 8 to 10. So that is not something that I would like to do, but it is happening that way, and I don't want to push myself hard. So
Right.
whenever I have to go to work, I wake up at 8 and then get ready and go to the office and do the works and get back to home by 5. And after
Uh-huh.
that, try to do some exercise and get shower because I'm exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be exposed. So after that, I stick to video editing. There are a lot of piles of videos that I have made for the vlogging things and stuff like that, but I didn't get time to do them, to edit
Uh-huh.
them, and I don't have good skills, editing skills, I must say. So I'm
That,
learning
that's
them, and apart from them, sometimes I enjoy singing, and I'm just trying to explore myself. I try to get engaged, and sometimes playing some online games with friends, talking to them,
yeah.
and talking about COVID-19. And on the rest day, like today,
Uh-huh.
I woke up early, somewhere around 9:30,
Hmm.
and, and after that,
Yeah.
I started editing the video. And after that, I did some exercise and took shower. And then I was thinking of making a painting today. Like I've been thinking last 2 weeks, but I haven't been able to start it. So more or
Right.
less, I'm just trying to add up skills and try to utilize this time. So it's nothing
Uh-huh.
specific, but it's so random. Yeah, I must say it's not planned.
It's not that random, especially like when you are like good at not just one topic, like you are good at different, when you have more skills than just like one area. It's always good. I think it's because I myself I love to edit videos, and like I love to edit edit photos and stuff like that. But I also love to do other things. And like I like to, watch documentaries about other countries that I do not know, like I don't have like knowledge about. So I don't think it's random to just do like painting today or like do something else. It's always good to explore. So I would say just go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much. But I think like you are really good at editing the videos, because I have been through some of the videos. Actually, I would like to talk about the one you made for the Miss Universe from since 19 something,
Uh-huh.
and it was
19.
just the graph. I know it takes a lot of time, and how the countries were moving up and down on that chart. It was so interesting. Like I went through the whole video. It
Oh,
was so
thank
interesting, and I realized that okay, this guy has been doing a lot of hard work for this.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a small secret. I actually use this website. It has like all this graph. All you have to do is just put the information, and it took me a whole day to get all the information and to do that. So yeah, it's actually it's not that difficult if you have the right information. You need to go to the right source. You cannot just go to Gossip Magazine or like any blog. You have to go to the right place to get the right uh, proper credits. Then only like yeah, you could do those type of video. And I did media in high school, so like I have more than 12 years of experience in editing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
but having a dedication for like whole day working
yeah.
on one project, that's quite a tough job, and like very appreciated.
Oh, thank you. It means so much, trust me. And I'm so excited, by the way. Have you planned anything for your introduction video? Because, in Mr. Nepal, Miss World, Mr. World and Miss World, they have introduction videos. Have you planned anything for your introduction video?
Not it. Actually, I'm just thinking about it. Actually,
Right.
I take more time in thinking than on acting. That's how
Uh-huh.
I do. And most of the time, by thinking more, I end up doing it in the last minute. But I don't want to repeat that thing this time. So
Right.
I don't know. Like I cannot make a video by myself, because I want it to be a very standard one.
Mm-hmm.
So I am talking with some of the people who make videos, and I'm still like lost somewhere on this matter. So
Uh-huh.
I actually want to have really really informative videos which can actually represent me, and I can express myself, and it should not look so bad, and
Yeah.
it should be very informative and very engaging. So
Yeah.
so I have no idea like how to do that. Maybe I will need a lot of help from you as well.
Yeah, like if you need anything, let me know. But just a small tip, I think, because we have not really seen much about the far west Nepal, like your hometown, like especially even in like Nepali media, we don't really hear much about that. And since I'm not sure if you're the first man from Assam to win the Mr. Nepal World, it would be great to see maybe a little bit of your hometown in the video, because that will let the international viewers see different types of geographical beauty. Because in Miss World, we always see the same kind of thing, like the Kathmandu view and the Mount
Yeah,
Everest. Just a
yeah.
thought, a suggestion.
People have the perception that like okay, Nepal is, there are mountains and there are this limited Himalayas. Yeah, that's quite a good suggestion. Actually, I was thinking of doing that, in like including some of my projects that I have done back in far west. But again, I'm not so well organized about these thoughts. So this is really good idea. I will think of it.
Yeah,
And there are a lot of beautiful places in far west which have, I think, they have never been featured
yeah,
in any magazine or in any of the videos or any of the TVs.
yeah.
So that's a really good idea. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I'm really excited to see introduction, because I'm always excited to see like a Miss Nepal or Mr. Nepal's introduction video, because that's kind of like the highlight of Nepali representatives, especially now that we have such good quality videos. So if you can work with a really good videographer and present Nepal in the best way possible, I'm pretty sure you'll make a really good remark in the Mr. World pageant. I'm pretty sure about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on a little bit more. This one I think would be a good one. So Santosh, the next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I know you're a doctor, so I don't know what you're going to say to this one.
So actually, I would say there's a different answer for this for the pageant. Like you
Okay.
need to be very very much straightforward and limit your answer. But I don't want to limit myself right now. So
This is
what I think is,
formal.
yeah.
Trust me. You don't have to be too formal and too professional. It's just a light chat. So go for it.
So what I think is, I'm always ready for ups and downs in the life. Like there
Uh-huh.
could be anything in 5 years. But what I plan and what I have been doing is I always set targets and goals, and I set an aim. So
Yeah.
my aim for 5 years is to be a global leader, to have
Mhm.
some impact in the international field, and it will be more specific to, like I said, the project that is not just the project that I'm doing. That is something that is driven from within. So I
Yes.
actually want to contribute this.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I see myself somewhere established as a leader,
Right.
and maybe struggling as a leader
Uh-huh.
who tries to bring changes and try to bring the policies. And also that is somewhere I see myself, and I might be studying further, or I might be doing other stuffs, but the the concentration and everything would
Yes.
be on bringing a best out of me, and that is by being a good global leader.
I agree with you what you just said. I think that's something that we all should aspire. So the question is kind of related to what you just answered. And I think this is more of me asking, some tips from you, because I'm sure there are tons of men from, especially from remote areas like the far west, western side of Nepal, that are not getting the right exposure, or they're not aiming a lot in their life. So how would you motivate them to come out of their shell and do what you are doing? Because you're a great role model for all those men out there. So how would you motivate them, if you don't mind?
Yeah, actually, this is a very, very responsible question.
Hmm.
And I think uh, there are a lot of examples in the world. Like, there are a
Uh,
lot of examples in the world who have already proved that.
yeah,
Apart from your geography, your religion, your caste, from what background you come, your
yeah,
economic status,
yeah.
anything.
Uh-huh.
If something has won this ever, then that is the motivation and hard work.
Hmm.
So I would like to ask all of those from far west. We know that Nepal is not a decentralized country.
Yeah,
We have the decentralization on the map, but it is not practical. Even for
yeah.
me to get the higher studies, I have to come to the capital. Means it is not decentralized. So one thing what we all should know is that no matter where we are from, I'm just one example. No matter where we are from, we can achieve whatever we want. The
Uh-huh.
matter is we might have to work hard a bit more.
Yes.
If you consider, like, I proudly say this fact that when I came to Kathmandu first time, my English was not so good. I was good student back in my school, but competing with the people from Kathmandu, like, they were so good.
Yeah,
The
of
English
course.
was
Yeah.
so good, and they had like really good grades. I
Uh-huh.
was so much amazed first, like, okay, how could they score this many marks? I used to do everything, but I
Uh-huh.
still didn't get the marks.
Uh-huh.
So, but after I started studying, and I said, okay, I can be better than these people. That was the motivation. I never put myself in the second place. In
Uh-huh.
in my mind, I was the person who is leading. Okay, I can do better than them.
That's good.
And with
Uh-huh.
that mindset, I started hardworking, and I started being focused, and I
Uh-huh.
somehow proved myself as well. It's not ultimately what the result was. I didn't want to have the highest grades, but that positive mentality bring me here. And I don't think being from Assam has ever pulled me back.
Right.
I would never blame that. I would take it other way. Being
Uh-huh.
from Assam, I have seen the wilder diversities of the world. I
Yes.
have seen the misery more. I have practically lived that life.
Right.
And not personally me, because I'm from a middle class family. So there were not many problems in my life or my family, but I have seen that in my
Right.
society. So I have a
Uh-huh.
larger experience. I have a broader mindset because of that. And from
Yes.
that, I came to Kathmandu, and I fortunately get time to explore the rest of the part of the world. So there is a comparison between very developed country and very
Yeah.
rural places. So
Yes.
this is the wide variety that we can experience. Plus, for
Uh-huh.
example, if there is someone from Europe, very developed country of Europe, what we think is like, okay, they have got everything, but the thing is they don't know the knowledge, they don't know the experience of being from rural, they don't know the knowledge of this part of the world. So we are
Yes.
fortunate we can go to that place and we'll still feel comfortable in our
Yeah.
adulthood, but they would not.
Yes.
So
That's
there is something good in this. So what I would say is, whoever you are, whatever you are, it's your mindset and your personality that carries you along.
Uh,
And yeah, there are some factors that definitely try to pull you back, but you need to find out a good aspect of that,
I
and then
agree.
you can.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Sir. I think you're doing an amazing job by this, Santosh, especially coming from not a big place, uh, but doing an amazing job. So I have to ask you. So you said you have traveled a lot, right? Have you been to a lot of abroad, like other countries outside Nepal?
Yeah, yeah. I have represented Nepal from different medical conferences, and also
Okay,
I explored. Like I'm quite a traveler, So I have been to 26 countries so far. So
20.
I have traveled, and yeah, my first journey was in 2015 January. I went to Indonesia first time, and
Uh-huh.
that was like one hell of the experience. It
Ah,
was
that's all.
extremely good for me. It is not that developed. Now I can realize like it is not that developed, but I was comparing Jakarta to Kathmandu. There were flyover bridges and the roads were good. And even though their economy is not that good, but they're
Right.
doing really good. And I have very good memories of Indonesia. Then I went to Bali and I could imagine, okay, how developed and how rich our country could be
There's a
because
potential.
of the heritage that we have, because of the natural resources and the beauties that we have. But
Uh,
we have not been able to utilize them. That's what I realize every time I fly or I go to some other countries.
my question was, what is your favorite city that you has visited? So, favorite city.
Favorite city. Okay, so there are two types of favorite things. One, if you only look about how the place is, I would say Zurich. Switzerland was one of the best places. It was kind of comparable to Pokhara. There was a lake, there were Himalayas, there were mountains, and there was a habitat on the side of the lake.
Uh,
So, but it is like highly developed from Pokhara, you can say.
of
And
course.
we have a bit more of natural sceneries in Pokhara. So maybe being from a mountain, I like Zurich most. But having fun with my friends and having my first trip, I
Uh-huh.
enjoyed Bali very much. Uh,
That,
it was my first international trip, and apart from that, I went to Egypt with my brothers. They were from my college. They were like really close to me. We had so much fun in Egypt. So I think Cairo is not that beautiful place, but if you go with your friends, it is cheap. It is really, really with a lot of good things that you can do. And
uh,
maybe because I did sea diving there, so I have good memories over there. And we went to pyramids and explored something that we have been reading in books since many years, Seven Wonders of the World. So I
oh,
think these are the places I loved.
I'm surprised, like, because like most of the time, people from Nepal they don't really go abroad that much, or they just go to like very few countries. But you have been to so many countries. I'm really surprised, in a good way, that you have explored so much, and hopefully, get all the knowledge from abroad. Seeing that, hopefully, you could implement that in Nepal, so we could develop Nepal to have be more forward
Yeah,
and more, yeah,
yeah, that's the idea actually. Whenever we travel somewhere,
yeah,
if we can copy the good things from that place and implement them in Nepal, like we are already blessed with so many things naturally, all we
yeah.
need to do is make a better system for that. So that is our responsibility, the new generation of
Uh,
youths.
Same. By the way, Santosh, can you hear me properly? Is the
Yeah, yeah,
network?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just that I cannot really hear myself because it's like raining really heavily. I cannot even hear myself. So just letting you know, if you cannot hear me, please let me know because the
Okay,
out.
okay, sure. Right now it is okay for me.
Okay, perfect. It's just that I cannot hear myself. That's why. Um. So the next question is, yes, one. I'll ask you this one. Who is your role model in your life?
My mom, like it's my mom. I think for everyone it is their mom, and actually there are a lot of people like who I admire in life,
Right.
and not particularly a single person.
Okay.
There's something good about one person. There's something that motivates me from other person. But all in all, if we say someone was always there from the time when I don't even remember,
Yeah.
and from this time who still cares for me, and like who is always happy for my with whatever I have got, and who is always there whenever I was not having anything, you can say. So that's it.
Your mom. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I was thinking you might say your mother. So I'm going to ask you the same question, but let's take someone that you actually personally don't know. Let's say like a celebrity. Do you have anyone that you look up to, like a celebrity?
Okay. I admire David Beckham.
Okay.
Like when I was young, I was into football, and he was so handsome. He used to have like really cool hairstyle, and then I really like his lifestyle. So that is it. And most of the time, the celebrities they are like sports person for me,
Okay.
more than the movie actor or someone into the media. So I admire the writers. There is one poet called, and it's a Nepalese poet. He is
Okay.
Lakshmi Prasad. I really admire his thoughts and his values. He was really down to earth person. We have heard a lot of stories about him.
Yeah.
He had been education minister as well, but
Hey,
he
I
was
didn't
not.
know that.
Yeah. He became the education minister once, but still
Okay.
he's thinking everything was so good. So I admire that guy. And if
Uh-huh.
I have to choose someone from movie, I need to think. There's no one who strike my mind right now. And
You know,
from
yeah. For movies, you
yeah,
don't
no,
have to.
actually, I
Just be honest. Like, if it's only David Beckham, just say David Beckham. You don't have to go like,
I was just trying to explore myself. Like, okay, is there any movie actor? So I don't think there is someone like who I admire a lot. I love Rajesh Samal. We have been growing up watching his movies. I really
yeah,
like him. I think
yeah.
every Nepalese does. He's our Rajesh Dai. So
I'll pick him.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was a really good one. We're almost to the end, by the way, because we started a little bit early, so we have about 5 minutes. So it went really
Okay.
fast by 1 hour has gone so fast. So I'm going to ask you a last question, if you don't mind. So this will be the last question. Yeah.
Greece.
So the question is regarding how was your experience in Mr. Nepal, and if you can share any uh, memorable time during the training session or in the finale, please share it with us.
Okay, there are like quite a few of those things.
Okay.
I will share like one or two of them. The first thing is when I was there to participate in Mr. Nepal, I
Huh?
actually didn't know where the office was and how it works. I had no idea. And the first day I went there, actually I was going to India for some reason during the time
Okay.
of audition. The audition dates were not finalized. So I
Uh-huh.
had to give a personal interview. And at that time I had a long dreadlock. So
Oh, time.
so so I went there, and our CEO Archana ma'am was there, and I said, okay, I might not be able to be there at the time of audition. So what is the alternative option? So and she said, okay, I'm going to take your personal interview. And I said, when? When are you ready? I said, I'm ready right now. We can do that right now. So I was there to gather the information, and my personal interview session was right over there. And
Wow.
maybe my dreadlock make a false impression about me, but after speaking and after answering her, I think she was impressed, and she said, okay, your interview went really well, and you can come to this next round. But if you are in Kathmandu by the time of audition, then please come again, because
Uh-huh.
I don't want any people to complain about it that you were not present over there, and just entered it. So you have to come in. And luckily, when I returned back, there were audition was going uh, in different towns of Nepal, but not in Kathmandu. So I was here and I went to the audition again. So I did two auditions for Mr. Nepal in a single year, and I was selected both the time. So that
That's
is
good.
one of the things. Yeah,
What else?
and
So,
another thing is,
yeah.
yeah, another thing is, I was so bad at walking, and I was so if we have been grown up watching the Bollywood movies and the movies where the heroes are always like they have a different massive look, and we try to imitate that. So I was never into the thing of like ramp
Wow.
walk or something like that. I never did that, and it was so different. I had to learn, like, my movement was like that of a villain walking in a movie, in the initial days. So I talked to choreographer, Mr. Dikpal Karki sir, and he was quite supportive. And I said, okay, he said that you have to improve in dance. And I said, okay, I know sorry, you have to improve in your walking. I said, okay, my walking is very bad. So I used to ask him every day, so how is it today? So I was more cautious about it. And yeah, finally, I started looking into the mirror and walking. And even on the final days, whenever I used to walk in the streets, because I have to learn every day,
Yeah.
every time, even if I have to go somewhere, I used to try to do those walks. Okay, so I need to move my hand this much, and I should not concentrate on it. So I have to improve it. So I tried walking more. I used to park somewhere and go little bit far just to walk. So I
Oh, that's
didn't do that. I never shared with anyone, but that is how I developed my skills. And by the time of the finals, uh, even for the swimwear rounds, I was so much focused. Okay, I have to do this many steps and I have to turn this way. I
yeah.
tried to learn everything in very short period of time. Our training was only for 1 month. And in that 1 month, I learned a lot about walking. So that is one good memory. And there is
Uh-huh.
one more for the final day. And
Okay.
that is for the top 10 round. No, I think it's for the
Okay.
top 10 or top 5. I think it is for
Okay.
the top 10 round, top 5 round. I forget that. Uh, we had to change the dress very quickly. It's for the top 10,
Okay.
yeah, now I remember. And
Uh-huh.
I put on every dresses. And before that round, I gave my wristwatches to my friends. They were not allowed to come to the backstage. They were just used to come near to the backstage.
Okay.
And they were calling the contestant who were in the top 10 on the stage, and I was in the backstage. And I realized, okay, I don't have my wristwatch. So I was trying to give them and I was trying to wave them and call them, but they were turning the other side. So I was waiting there, and they were about to announce my name. It was such a rush time.
Uh-huh.
And finally, I found someone, and I asked them to, okay, go there and talk to that person and ask them to bring my watch. I don't know that person. I don't know. And finally, he obeyed, and he called them, and I was just rushing into the stage wearing the wristwatch. I was planning to wear a different one, but I put on a
Right.
different one. So that's one good memory.
Time. Uh-huh. That's interesting. By the way, we're almost to the end. I must say I had a really fun time talking to you, Santosh. You are very good at talking. Like 1 hour just went by so fast. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it talking with you, because I was a bit like cautious about, okay, my previous live sessions were all in Nepali, and I'm so confident about that. And today it
Right.
was going to be more into English. So, but it went so smooth, and I'm so much thankful to you that you are really a nice guy, and you always supported a lot of people. That's what I have been listening in your past live videos. I've been following you. Thank you so much for being there for all of those Nepalese who are into pageant and helping them out. And thank you for inviting me today. It was really nice session. I really
Uh,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had so much fun time talking to you. I wish the weather was better because now I feel like the weather has got worse. When I started talking to you in the live, it was just raining a little bit. Now it's just like the rain is like too heavy, so like, I can't really hear too much. So thankful you are here and you did the live chat with me. I had such a fun time. I got to know more about you. And do you have any last message for your fans, your followers watching this? You can say in Nepali, by the way. You don't have to say in English.
No,
Please.
I will try English because I have to speak in English either way. So, first of all, I'm really thankful to all of those people who have been supporting me so far, and I might need more help in coming days. But right now, more focus apart from focusing on me myself, I would like to request you all to stay in your home. Don't bring the corona inside your home. Just try to remain healthy, and this time will pass very soon. And you can learn a lot of things during this time. And even if you cannot learn anything, it's not a problem at all. We have a long life. I mean, we don't know, but we have a long life to live, and we have a lot more things to explore. There might be a lot of mental health problems and a lot of depressive issues. Actually, I was thinking of talking these issues as well, but I will just say it in the conclusion part.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of problem. What I would like to say you is, just like any other disease which is caused by a bacteria or a virus or a simple fracture or any kind of disease, mental health is also a treatable disease. It's a disease which can be treated. And it is not treated by staying inside, staying being lonely, and it doesn't get healed with time. You have to seek the medical attention because it's all
Yeah.
about the chemicals that have been secreted in our brain and nervous system. There are some excitatory neurotransmitter and the inhibitory one. Whenever the excitatory neurotransmitter level goes down, we feel low. And at the time, the inhibitory goes up and we feel low. All we have to do is take the medicines and bring the balance back. It is
Right.
so simple. It's just all about medicine. We all go through that phase. Even me, if I'm happy right now, I might not be happy the next time. So
Yes, that's true.
there is a treatment for mental health issues, and don't hesitate to get to the doctor.
Mm.
Why I'm saying this is because we are predicting that after this lockdown, there will be another pandemic of mental health issues,
Mhm.
which will be a silent one, which might not get the coverage like the COVID-19 does, but it will kill people inside. It will kill the motivation and the capacity that you have within. So, and but the thing is, it is treatable. It has already got the medicines, unlike COVID-19. So, get the treatment, go to the doctor. If you feel low, talk to your friends, talk to anyone who is there for you and who you think is supporting you, or maybe
Yeah.
otherwise you can talk to random people as well, even with us.
Uh-huh.
We might not be able to reply everyone, but again, we're always there to support you. So that
Yes.
is my last go home message for today. We're already at home. And thank you so
Yes.
much for loving. And I'd like to hear from you more often. And I need a lot of support from you, George. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much, Santosh, once again. And I'm sure, there'll be tons of support coming your way, especially when you go to the Miss World pageant, because you guys know, like, when it comes to voting or any kind of fan support for pageant, international pageant, we're always there for you. So we have
Thank
your
you so
back. And we cannot wait to see you do more amazing work. And people who have not followed him, do follow him on Instagram. It's, I think, Santosh Upadhyaya, right? Your handle at the race
Yeah, yeah.
Santosh Upadhyaya. If you follow him, he's an amazing guy. You guys saw that he's good at speaking. He's really handsome. And yeah, just check him out. And I'm going to sign out. Thank you guys for the live chat. So I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.